So we're skipping the promo, I think is what Ingrid is saying. Sorry about that, guys. We had a little snafu as usual.
We just had to log in.
Yeah, we had to log in. No big deal. Ingrid's like, oh, shoot, I forgot the promo. Where is Chicken Live? Yes, we are here, I promise. We are here. Sorry about the 1 minute delay. I knew we were forgetting something. I said that. I knew we were forgetting something. What's going on, guys? We're going to give a minute for you guys to come in. We got so many fun things. I hope you can hear them.
Say hi and let us know where you're watching from.
Yes, definitely let us know. And, of course, if you have any questions, comments, this show is for you guys. Today is...
one of my favorite days. Today is a chick day.
Oh, I was going to say February 25th is your favorite day?
No.
Let us know that the audio is good. We had to reset the entire studio, come back into here from last week's show, which was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, the Coop works. I've had a lot of people say they enjoyed that show.
I love that Roadstar Slim is right there like, hey, where are we? Francine, what's going on, Francine? Let us know how we sound. We had to reset everything.
And make sure we're on Facebook.
Yeah,
I see YouTube comments coming in.
Yeah, YouTube, you sound just fine. Is it perfect, though?
We are on Facebook.
We are on Facebook. Thank you, Nonner.
We're good to go.
All right, awesome. Oh, okay, it is February 25th, 2022.
That's right.
Yes, and today is...
the official start of chick season.
You know it's officially spring when you bring baby chicks. We just did it live on a TikTok. And if you're not already following us on TikTok, Carolina Coops, yes, come in, baby. Get it out of your system. This is, I'll be honest with you. Here's my daughter, Jetta. She's always like, Daddy, I want to be on the show a little bit. She loves baby chicks. And I tell you, if you have children and you maybe have heard the horror stories like, oh, you're going to get your kids sick. No. One of the best things you can do with children.
We have never gotten sick.
Right. So we're going to give you guys a second to come on in. Hopefully we can crush last week's numbers. So again, we are live. It is February 25th.
It almost looks like we have a little Happy Meal, right? Or a little lunchbox here.
Yeah, so you are going to talk about that. So today's show is all about baby chicks. It is spring. It is that time. And we want to help you guys should you have any questions.
Poop on him.
No, there's going to be plenty of pooping today.
Matt's daughter put a chick on his shoulder. So.
For the people that are listening to us later on for the recorded podcast. But you get the pleasure of seeing us today. Speaking of seeing us, check this out, huh? These shirts that we are wearing right now are about 4 years behind schedule because these are our 10-year anniversary shirts. So on the back, I'm not going to get up and turn around right now, but just take my word for it. It says 08, which is the year we started. Mm-hmm. And I designed this T-shirt. It's just a raglan shirt in, what would that be, 2018. Mm-hmm. And a couple years later, we finally got them. So they will be for sale soon for a very good cause. Which, again, I can't remember. I don't think I'm allowed to officially talk about yet.
Yes, you are. Our nonprofit.
For our nonprofit that is in the process.
That's right.
Coops for Kids. The whole idea is, I could care less about making money off of T-shirts. I just want to promote a good cause. 9 years ago said Coops for Kids, and I thought it was a great idea. We talked about donating the money from the YouTube channel and the merch. And
so it might take a little bit of that pain away when you're watching the commercials, which YouTube forced on you.
Absolutely. And that's something I want to make sure we're able to start telling people when they're watching those YouTube shows or on our YouTube channel and those ads pop up. For the longest time, I was against it. But that's how money is sent to us is when you do watch the ads. And we're going to take that money from those monetized videos and send them to Coops for Kids. And we actually already have people lined up. I'm not sure how we're going to do that, how we're going to pick what child gets a coop and all that. So we got to work out all those details, but that's not important. So I see there's 28 of you coming in. And if you haven't already, please, are they able to share this, Ingrid?
What do you mean?
There's Ingrid. I just wanted to get her on the mic. That is the Ingrid behind the camera.
I'm not seeing any of the Facebook comments.
Yeah,
so
if you're watching,
anybody's on Facebook,
I'm noticing
throw in a comment.
The numbers are cut in half. I can go over and make sure that we are on Facebook.
As you can see, Matt has his mouse. So all is right with the world.
Thank you, Ingrid.
We're online.
Okay,
we're online.
All right. Maybe they're just not chatty over there. Or maybe
Facebook.
Most of our listeners are on YouTube, which I would probably go to YouTube over Facebook.
Yeah, YouTube. If anyone's watching, there we go. There's my dad, of course.
Hi, Jerry.
All right, so we're gonna get right into it. Today is baby chicks.
Yes.
Kristen's...
We're going to talk about, Ingrid has done a lot of work on Starter Flock. That was a collaboration between the two of us, and she has really put together some neat things for us today. I'm very excited.
And for the record, I have no clue what you guys are going to talk about, which is how I prefer it. I do not feel good I'm trying to put on a happy face. But I'll be honest with you, I do not feel good. I don't know what is wrong with me. Not COVID, I promise. I feel like I've been punched in my stomach for the past 3 days. If I have any doctors out there that can be like, yeah, Matt, just take a needle. I'm about ready to take a needle in my stomach. I feel like I got to drain gas or something. That kind of
All right. Well, let's not do that.
All righty. All right. So, Jetta.
Moving on.
Are you, we're going to start with the show. If I can have you go back behind the camera. Thank you. My little princess, everyone.
The chick sitter.
Yes.
I remember last year when we hatched chicks, she was so eager to take care of some, and she did a great job. You really did. Jetta.
She is definitely my mini-me. All right. So, what are we doing here? What are we doing for today's show?
Ingrid.
Oh, what are we doing? Well, why don't we talk about baby chicks, where to get them, and how to get them, and we'll segue into what to get.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. There are several ways to get baby chicks. The two most common are ordering from a catalog or a website. And here's an example of Murray McMurray. There are many others. So we can look
there we go.
at what... I mean, these are just so fun to look at.
Yeah, it
So
makes
we
you
have
want them all.
the breeds and a breed description and lots of different kinds of poultry. So this is where you might browse. And then when you're ready, you can go to the website. And most hatcheries will tell you what's available right now to order. Like what's available if you want chicks the next time they're shipping. And sometimes they'll mark those down because those have not been claimed and they're about to be hatched. So sometimes you get a discount on those. You also get a discount on chicks later in the year. Like in the summer, they go on sale quite a bit, which is great. I mean, sometimes you do get a really good deal when they go on sale. No, some people don't know that chicks actually go on sale. You are going to pay the retail price in the spring because that is the best time to get baby chicks.
Is there a when you order from a hatchery when they get sent by?
How many baby chicks did you get?
She just
10?
shoved as many
Oh
as
my
she could in that little box.
Well, I had my rule is one of each.
Yeah.
This one's heavy. That one's wow. That one's really heavy.
No, it's just a week older. So that's actually a good way to tell because I said she tried to tell me that they all came in today, and I was like, well, I don't think so because some of these have wings.
Nobody's messing with.
So, but when you order from a hatchery and they get mailed out, is there a minimum that you have to order?
There used to be. It used to be 25 because 25 is the magic number for hatcheries where if you put 25 chicks in a box, there's enough of their body heat to keep them warm and safe, and their survival rate is excellent. So if you want, you can group orders. I remember we used to have to do that before the farm stores started carrying such a great selection. Is you would have to get in on an order with a bunch of people. That's how I got my first chicks. We had ordered a box.
They're pooping everywhere.
Oh no!
Oh my god! I didn't know we were gonna play. Look, they want to eat. I did bring them some water.
You just bring this on yourself, don't you?
I know. So I don't know how you're gonna be able to focus on today's show.
But now, this is normal for me. This is just, this is my life.
We so need to get a camera. So what's happening right now, I wanted to show you guys something, is notice how slippery this surface is. And that's actually not good for them. That's called splay leg, or it could cause splay leg.
Usually they're born with that, though.
Born with what? Splay leg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Or is this one not good? Maybe I got
I
a
don't
dog.
know. This one seems a little...
Maybe that's why he was left over from last week and the week before.
Oh, no.
But anyhow, let me finish. So if you're going to order chicks from a hatchery, you don't have to get a box of 25 anymore. It is good to get a box of 25 if you want to split an order with somebody else, but you don't have to because now they have ways of keeping them warm in shipment with a little heat pack. Or,
there is poop everywhere.
Or different ways like that. Let's see.
See if they want some water.
And there might be a small order charge, like a little surcharge or a little extra for shipping if you have, or packaging, since they do have to use that little heat pack. If you have a small order, but almost all hatcheries now do cater to the backyard buyer and give you that option for the small order.
Are they all straight run, or does it depend on the breed?
You can buy chicks. Either, straight run means as they're hatched, so that's approximately 50% male, 50% female. Or you
Which
can
is more
buy,
like 90% male.
Yeah, or you can buy pullets. I think you can buy just males. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you...
But if you're getting baby chicks in the mail, Are they generally straight run?
No. It's what you order.
It's what you okay. So you can
have to specify females, and the term for that is pullets.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when you do order, you can at checkout they'll ask you if you want them vaccinated, and typically we do want them vaccinated.
Oh, look at them trying to drink.
Well, dear.
This is going to be...
that's why I brought the
your
can.
go-to can. Where were you 3 boards ago?
Yeah, you're such a carpenter.
Oh, my God.
Matt's stacking up stray pieces of wood to elevate the chick water when I brought the can. The chick water fits great on a can, and if you have bantams, just get a shorter can.
We got to get a picture. So these baby chicks are watching video chickens.
This water is by far worth every penny if you're raising chicks. We're going to go over how to set up a brooder on a different show, but these guys might be thirsty. So we're just going to set this up and see if they find it.
All right, I'm just going to take some pictures.
So they're asking for the different websites for hatcheries. So there's Murray McMurray, correct?
Yeah, Murray McMurray is in Iowa, and there's one caveat for this year that I'm going to make a suggestion that more importantly than maybe which hatchery to go to, try to find one that's in your geographical region. I know Ideal's in Texas. There's several in Ohio. I know Myers in Ohio.
And there's Whelp. Where's Whelp?
Whelp is in the Midwest too.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Love Whelp.
So if possible, let's because we had such a horrible situation with COVID and with the post office being slow that we had so many chicks that were dead on arrival.
Do we have some chicken feed? They are starving. Look at them. They're pecking at everything. I'm trying to get them in front of the camera.
There's some in my car. If you want to get Sean maybe to go, he was outside. Maybe he can bring that in. Or Jetta, can you get somebody to bring in the chicken feed? It's 25 pounds. It's in my back seat.
Okay.
So where else can people go? Is it like they say the feed stores? What about the feed stores?
Yes, right. That would be my first. My first suggestion or my first choice would be to go to the feed stores. I stopped at 3 feed stores this morning on my way to work trying to find baby chicks, and they were sold out at the first 2. And the third one, closest to work here, had a new shipment this morning and had this variety. And this is very typical. Just look up any store in your area that sells chicken feed, and they typically will have baby chicks. Tractor Supply does.
Did you see that?
Southern States.
See that? It's just that easy. Did you see what happened?
They learned how to.
Sorry.
They found it.
This is going to be a tough show. I'm so glad you're focused. And actually, I feel this is great. I don't have to really think about anything.
Yeah,
right
this
now.
is my show. I don't know why you're even here.
Yeah, I know. So my I almost wasn't going to be here. My understanding was you're going to talk about.
I don't even know why you're still talking.
Your and Ingrid's preferred starter flock.
Yes, we're going to go right into breeds. So we're talking about whether to get them from the hatchery and mailed to you, or if you're going to go to the farm store. Now, the farm store, any farm store that has chicken feed.
Poop on me.
That can't be the first time that's happened.
Yeah, come on. This happens all the time. Ooh. Okay, let me reach the...
Oh, wow. I don't remember them ever pooping this much.
Well, chickens do poop.
All right. So if you're just joining us, 12:15, thank you for joining us. Today is all about baby chicks. We are live February 25th.
I'm on a roll here.
I know, but I'm just trying to fill in the gap. Well, you went and grab paper towels. That's what I ask of you when I pause.
Okay. All right. So when you go to the farm store, any farm store that has chicken feed will probably have baby chicks in the spring. And they publish these little lists. Sometimes they're online, and sometimes you have to go to the store and pick them up.
Uh-oh. Where's Jetta? Jetta, I need you.
She's getting chicken feed.
No, don't worry. Ingrid, you stay right there. Look, she's here. Look,
so
we got chicken feed.
Here's a list of the date and what breeds are going to be available on that date. You can...
See what happens when I'm not in charge of... There's Nonner to the... Okay, Nonner, can you do me a huge favor? Can you open up... I can't believe... How many pounds of feed did my daughter just carry in? Like a champ. Oh, that's nothing. She would throw around 50-pound bags. All right, let's open up the chick feed. I don't mean to interrupt. I got baby chicks.
Put down a paper towel so they can find the feed.
That would be good.
Sure they're
okay. You mean these paper towels right in front of me? Mm-hmm. All right, I promise we're going to get to your guys' questions. So this is what we call the deep litter method. You just cover up.
Yeah, my daughter said she didn't change her sheets.
Oh,
She just put new sheets on top of the old sheets, and I said that's not how you do it. And she said that's the deep litter method.
I like that you corrected my paper towel placement.
Why don't you open up one of those little bags of hemp and throw that down for them?
Oh yeah, let's deep litter the desk. Yeah.
Okay. Let's focus, people. All right, Jetta, just need some chicken or baby chick.
Yeah, just a handful.
Just a handful. I promise, folks, it is all well worth it. Wow. I mean, these just got here, not even...
Yeah, they just got through the mail.
Yeah,
so they spent probably 2 days in the mail, arrived at the feed store. I scooped them up this morning, just a few minutes ago, and here they are.
This one, okay.
I want to know what kind they are.
Yes, I was going to say, people are going to start asking, what kind of breeds do we have here? All right, look at. No, can you put it where it's in the camera? There we go. Come on.
All right, so I went to the feed store, and they have a list of breeds, and... Around here, there are so many choices that you can even say, okay, I want this one from this store and this one from this store and this one from this store. Or you and your friends can figure out who's going to run to which store and what day, because they do come in on different days. A lot of times they come in on Fridays. So you can figure out which ones you want ahead of time. But if you really want these chicks, if you're not just a casual, okay, I think I might get this one or this one or this one, you need to show up when they arrive in the morning. So even if you have to go into late to work or get a friend to go there, they do sell out, especially later. This feed store in a very small town of Creedmoor, North Carolina, they said they have ordered 1,000. Shoot, what was the number?
It's okay. A lot of baby chicks. All right, so here.
What was it? 2,100 baby chicks in this very small town of Creedmoor in one store. So there are ton of chicks, and they said every year that they order chicks, they sell out faster and faster.
Yes.
And they order more and more. And that was the case in my local store as well.
So I wish I could show you guys what's going on. Again, we are live, unscripted. You never know what's going to happen on the show, which is one of the reasons why I love the show. This is very real. When you get baby chicks, one of the things I would love for you to talk about is what you're going to look for, because we're already seeing a bad sign with this little dude over here.
The older one is not eating, not drinking,
not chirping.
Breathing heavy.
I mean, hopefully you guys can hear the chirping. You'll actually can tell when a chicken is not happy. It'll start, screaming, if you will. And
it was a high-pitched
cry. Where'd you guys go? They love to stay together. Mm-hmm. And once I got one to start eating, all the other ones were like, oh, I got to go over here. Hopefully you guys get a good shot of it. If not, I apologize. I thought we were going to have more room here. And I did not know you were going to get 100 baby chicks.
I got 10. Did I get 10?
I have no idea. 4, 5, 6, all right, so what breeds did you get?
I got one of each, just like I advised. But they had a great variety.
Okay, well,
they had a great variety.
Did I miss what breeds they are?
No, I haven't said so. This is a new breed that I keep seeing in the local farm stores, and I finally got one. This is a blue Rhode Island Red.
Oh, wow.
Is that what the name is? Wait,
what?
Is it?
Are you sure? Look at that. Isn't that awesome, guys? Look at that. It was just that simple. Give them some food.
Rhode Island Blue. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Rhode Island Blue.
That is pretty cool.
I think I want that.
Yeah, I got 2 just in case.
See, that's the art of
that's the only one I
baby
got
chick
2 of.
marketing. I'll never forget when my baby chick, I know he or she's not doing good.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to the store because I noticed on the sheet that I missed one. I didn't get the black giant.
How you can tell you're missing a baby chick?
Yeah, well,
You're like Scrooge McDuck diving into the his money bin.
One.
I'm missing a penny.
So what we have here is a Rhode Island Red. So I got a Rhode Island Red, a golden laced Wyandotte, the what was this one? The Rhode Island Blue, buff Brahma. This one's gonna have the booted feet, feathered feet that Matt likes so much.
Yes, look at the booted feet. Can you folks see that? Oh, so adorable.
Feathered on the feet. This one was a barred rock.
I can tell by the dot on its head.
Yeah.
Yes, and this one's buff Orpington, and that's an Americana.
And the ones that look like chipmunks.
Those are Easter eggers.
Well, one of these is a speckled Sussex, and one of these is. They said they didn't know what this one is.
Shocker.
Yeah, really.
So this one, it
That's
looks
the wild
just
card.
like the speckled Sussex. These that look like a chipmunk when they're born can be one of 3 different ones. This one can be a Welsummer, an Americana, or a speckled Sussex. So we'll just have to see. This one's the mystery.
All right, awesome. Okay, so real quick, again, this show
And
is...
I said I'm going to take it just on the chance that it's a Welsummer because that's what I want.
Awesome. Okay, so I want to answer some questions that are coming in. Ingrid, are you reading the questions that are coming in? We didn't get to as many questions in the last show, so I wanted to make sure we're able to get to those questions. So like right away, there's a gentleman asking, what do you put in the water?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, you can get the little electrolyte packets, and sometimes before they're shipped in the mail, they get some sort of electrolyte, but they really don't need anything. I mean, that's just in case. It wouldn't hurt, probably would help, but...
There's a lot of starter packs out there that they'll include that. And
Yeah.
so I have had some customers freak out thinking they have to have it.
No, they
I've
don't have
never
to have
used
it.
it.
No.
But,
No.
you know... So, okay, so you don't have to put anything in the water, but it's good to obviously give them water. And you were talking about this type of water earlier. I promise there is a lid on it. We're running a green screen, so it's not invisible. This is, I will admit, this is a great waterer for baby chicks.
Yeah.
You'll notice the nipple is vertical, which has a tendency to drive me nuts because they do drip a lot. But
It
for
is
baby
dripping.
chicks, it's very important. It's easy for them to use. And I noticed you haven't used this one in a while. Huh?
Well, I haven't used it since last chick season.
Right, so
I had to
it was
pick it up out of
dripping
my
like
yard.
crazy, and I was like, "Oh, I should do this on camera," but I had to do it for the baby chicks just to get it done. This one, and we should get. I don't know if we sell this on our website or we get sponsored by it. There's no sponsorship here for this water, I don't think, right?
No.
Okay, either way, so it's extremely easy. I was able to unscrew the nipple, clean it out. There's crap in it, cleaned it out, and now
Imagine
it's
that.
now it's good to go. And I was like, oh, I wish I would have showed that because it's just that easy.
If we compare it with the nipples that we use for the adult hens, this one does take a little more effort to activate. That's why we don't use these for baby chicks.
Exactly. Now, I will say why I love this nipple that we sell. And if you go on Amazon, you're going to see a bunch of them that look just like it. They are cheap Chinese knockoffs. Someone here in America bought the best one, sent it off to China, said, make these for me so that they're cheaper. The quality is nowhere close to being the same. So I am adamant that we sell the good ones. These come in from the Netherlands, right? Or is it Norway?
Netherlands.
I knew Ingrid was going to get that right. Thank you for talking into the mic.
You're
Everyone
welcome.
loves to hear what Ingrid has to say. But the spring in here is actually very soft. So I would not recommend this for baby chicks, but I do want to point out what I do like about this compared to the knockoffs. It actually doesn't take nearly as much to push that in.
Yeah, my little Bantam can use that easily.
There
And
you
she's
go.
like
Right.
14 ounces. So
Right. And the reason that we love this is you just don't have to clean out the water. Chicks, just like hens, they peck and scratch all day long, and they're kicking up all of that bedding into their open trough waterer. So that's why we don't like to have something open for chickens of any age, just because it's more work for you.
And you just open up the top, fill it in, and it sits on a flat, in this case, a can of corn or something.
That's
Who
soup.
knows? It's just so simple.
Yeah, and this can also sit on your brooder your heating plate if you're using one of those. It's the perfect height.
I also just want to address there was a couple of people that commented about the Coop Works waterer, and they did have a promo, but that promo was only good for last weekend. So they honored it on Friday and Saturday.
So okay. I appreciate them doing that. I did not know that. I thought the promo.
But you said today on there, so
Well, I didn't know it was only for
Yes.
today. If I did, I would have definitely made mention of that. I didn't know. I know it's tough to make money on those things. They are so expensive, but
Yeah.
it's a good quality product.
It
Love
is.
what Tom did and his
love
daughter Kate were just absolutely awesome.
and you can still use Carolina Coops for 5% off.
That's right.
So
For the feeder.
for the feeders, and they might honor that on the water. I'm not exactly sure, but that's for all our customers should be able to use the promo code Carolina Coops to get 5%.
All right, awesome. So we're already halfway through the show. I just wanted to make sure.
Yep,
And we got 56 people watching, so we broke 50 real quick. I would love to break 100. If you guys can, please share this. That would be a huge help for us. I'm assuming they can share it, but I definitely want to be able to answer these questions. And I believe we have a slideshow coming up that Ingrid
Yeah.
worked very hard on.
I just
did.
want to say, too, before we get to that, is the third way to get baby chicks is to go to your local peeps.
Yep.
We have a lot of people now that are breeding their own chickens, and that would be also a great way to buy baby chicks.
And local small farms.
Yes.
So some are like, I get chickens from you, but some people also do this as a living and they just breed.
Well, and let's throw in a fourth one. You can hatch your own eggs.
You could,
or hatch eggs in your incubator.
Someone got mad at me. If you guys haven't already seen it, and I also want a quick disclaimer for what it's worth. I know there's a little controversy over the second video that Epic Gardening did for us. Kevin out of Epic Gardening. I think it was a phenomenal video.
Great video.
I did not approve of the original title. I'm so thankful he changed it real quick. But more importantly, someone said...
It was because you were called a god.
Well, okay, I didn't want to get into great detail.
Well,
I didn't think that was right.
We just want to be frank.
So, but he changed it, which I'm happy about that. But the
Matt
point is...
does not consider himself a god.
Yeah, by no means. I don't even consider myself king of Coops.
Was it god of Coops?
God of Coops. I don't know.
something,
I didn't like it. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I don't blame you. I definitely appreciate that. He changed it to king of Coops. I still don't even consider myself the king of Coops, but that was his opinion, and I'm flattered that he would think of us that way. The point I was going to make is someone in that 25 question video they just did recently didn't like that I said if they go broody, let them go broody.
Well, I guess not everybody has room for more chicks, but it is a great way to add to your flock.
Yeah,
It is a gift. I think it's a real gift and an opportunity.
So what did the person say, Matt?
I don't remember word for word. I always wanted.
But if you have a lot of broodies, or if you have too many, like I've had 7 go broody at once. And that's, if you give all of those a baby chick.
Is this how they do it in the, oh God. In the fancy restaurants where they're like, here's your salt, sir.
Or would you like cheese with that?
Keep your
Let
day
me know when to
job.
stop.
All right, so I want to get to the slideshow, but I want to make sure that I got 60.
Right.
Thank you guys. Thank
So
you for
we
joining us. If
said
you're just
4?
if you're just joining us, well,
is
Ingrid,
my show.
I know, but I have to do what Ingrid tells me, or she gets mad at me. We are live. It is February 25th. It is Friday. Happy Friday. Today is all about baby chicks. So leave your questions in the comment section, and if you don't have any questions, let us know where you're watching from. We love it. We need the engagement to keep growing the show.
So Chris C. asked, do you know what hatchery the feed stores get them from? So do the feed stores tell you what hatcheries they get them from?
You can ask. And
Okay.
sometimes, like this one had a poster, and it had, I think, Mount Healthy Hatchery, which is the one that other store near me was hatch. I mean, all of the stores near me actually get them from Mount Healthy. And I think they're in Texas as well. But I like Mount Healthy. I've had a great experience with them, and they have a great variety of Americanas. I think Whelp would have all of their Americanas look
your
like
Americanas.
this, which is, I think, it's lovely, but a little boring to have all of the same color. Americanas are one breed, but the breed description is based on the color of eggs. Really, they come in all different colors. It's kind of like the mutt of chickens, but they all have colored eggs, or they should have colored eggs. Most of the time, they have colored eggs.
Go give me those eggs.
Thank you. Yes.
Speaking of eggs, I don't know if we showed off some of the eggs you brought in. I can't remember. I don't recall it.
Well,
and we
go
did a
to
quick
those.
TikTok. And if you're not following Carolina Coops on TikTok, please go over there. We asked people, do you know what breed of chicken laid this egg? Now, look at the dump that
know.
one baby chick did.
Yeah.
Now,
The one that's not doing so well,
and I'm telling you, that thing weighed like 5 pounds.
the poop looks healthy.
Yeah, I think
but-
it just needed. I can relate. That's how I feel today.
A little moment of silence
All
for
right.
that. Shake that visual.
How long is the wait for a new coop? Oh, a coop question. I have no idea. And there's 2 sales ladies now. I definitely want to. I don't know if I made the official shout out for that Mackenzie, and she's watching right now. She says she spots the Sapphire Gem. She is officially doing sales. You're doing sales. If someone orders a coop today, how long is the wait?
We have May for the American Coop 6 foot wide, and July for everything else.
And I can tell you, we are working our butts off, especially at 1 o'clock today. We have a. I don't know. I'm not going to end the show hard at 1 unless we get bored. I don't think we're going to get bored. Cutting back on that. Okay, so speaking of eggs real quick, and you guys can keep talking. Look how beautiful.
That egg is so nice.
Okay. I mean.
And these are as they're laid. I didn't wash them.
And you don't want to wash them.
Right.
We need to do a TikTok on that, why you don't want to wash your eggs. A lot of people don't know that. So look at. So not only do you got your white and brown, but look at how dark brown. And then I don't know if you guys can see the speckling on this one. And
It's
then,
almost pixelated.
yeah, right. And then I love, You know, and this isn't as green as they can get. I'm not sure if the color, if the camera's picking it up. There's even greener ones, but
And the size. Look at the. I've got the khaki colored one and the
you and your
Bantam
Bantams.
one.
Look at the little Bantam.
Look at the Bantam one.
It's
I like
so
them. They're so
cute.
small.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, and like the staff
So
is eating the eggs.
we
so
have
there's
a
few
comment
Yes.
from Modesto back to neck.
This
I
is
know.
not an egg that we decorated. Check out
Yeah,
this egg.
that's crazy.
So, officially answer, what breed of chicken?
It has to be the black copper Moran, but I must have one with an uneven pigmentation of the egg. That pigmentation is the last step of laying an egg. Oh, not the last, because the last step is the bloom.
The bloom, yeah.
But the pigmentation comes right before that. And one of these black copper Morans have a very uneven distribution of the coloration.
Okay, so
that's why we're having the pixelated one, which is a lot of tiny, tiny dark spots, and the one with the larger spots, and then this one with the uneven distribution.
Okay, so the reason why I wanted to bring this up is as you're selecting your baby chicks, yes, it's important to select the breed that you like based on the color. You're going to read about if it's friendly or not. Don't get hung up on that. There are some other things I would definitely consider, especially if you're in a cold climate, hot climate. But don't underestimate how beautiful these eggs are, and then you can put them in a basket just like you would a fruit bowl right on your dining room table. Just absolutely gorgeous.
So to answer the question, do you...
Oh, there was a question.
Yes.
Oops.
Can you comment on hens laying in the winter? My 20 birds have stopped almost completely. Out of 20 hens, only 3 to 4 eggs a day, which is completely normal.
Yeah, actually, you're getting eggs. So
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
So
You're probably putting out a lot of feed, so it's kind of disappointing to only get a few eggs. But they should, if they're young enough, they should ramp back up very soon because the days are starting to get longer.
So they go by daylight
Right.
usually. 12 to 14
Unless
hours
they're
of daylight.
Right, and they could be molting.
Yeah. Well,
not
not this time
now.
of year.
Well,
no.
okay, not this time of year, but egg production will go down when they're molting.
And if
And
they're
over the winter.
if they're maybe 4 years old, they might be ramping down too.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll never forget. You told me you had a chicken that was
10
14
years.
years,
Yeah.
10 years, and she would lay 1 egg a year.
Yeah, it was very infrequent. It was a celebration. Rosetta, rest in peace.
And Rosetta, and that was one of your first breeds. All right, so it is 12:34. Should we go ahead and get into the slideshow? Do we get any questions
Yes.
we can go to real quick, Ingrid?
So now
When you
If
buy
you move
chicks
right
at the-
into your slideshow, just to let you know, one of our 1 o'clock guests have already arrived.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Okay, all right. So I'm not sure what just happened there, but we went over the 4 places to get your chicks, and now Ingrid and I are going to talk about how to select your breeds.
Is the fire marshal here? That's what's going on right now. I got the fire marshal and a building inspector. I got 2.
Crawford Sprinkler is here.
Oh, Crawford. Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, go on. Carry on.
Okay. I want to bring you guys in. So this is our starter flock. Where is it, Matt? Where are you?
Well, we
Can-
had
can
this.
the-
we
can the
had,
I know
see
we had
that
this
yet?
working so well.
and did you didn't? No, because I see what you did.
Okay, we're bringing that up.
Yeah.
I see what she did.
I just clicked it, unlocked it there.
Right. Because what we need to do is go down to Keynote. There we go.
All right, that's the first one.
See, that's what happens when people are so hung up on Windows, they overthink everything. We're breaking that habit of Ingrid. Look at this. I am so proud of you, Ingrid.
Yeah,
This is
look
amazing.
at
Do we
that.
not look like we know what we're doing now?
We do.
Okay, let me get this
So
banner
this
down.
is-
We don't need this up so high. Okay.
So our first choice for starter flock was the striped chicken.
And the whole premise here is Ingrid and I both agree to try to get as much variety as possible in your starter flock. There's no reason not to. Have them look different. Have all the different kinds of chickens and be able to name them and tell them apart and have the different color patterns, the feather textures, the size of chicken, the egg basket. These are all the things to consider when putting together your starter flock.
I see. So you guys are cheating. You're cheating. You said a striped chicken. So you got the Dominique or
Yeah.
the bar. Oh,
Yep,
sorry,
so
folks.
this is where we're gonna go with this.
The cuckoo Moran. Why the Barred Rock didn't make it?
That is the barred rock right above you.
Oh, okay, so I didn't. All right, let me move. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That's my barred rock.
And that's your barred rock.
I love
that.
barred
Is so
rock.
cheating, but that's a good point. That most people would never be able to tell the difference. A lot of times you got to check out the comb.
Yeah, the comb on the Dominique is like a rose comb.
So it's really nice to have a striped chicken in your starter flock.
Guys are
And
so
these are
cheating.
fantastic breeds.
Yeah.
They are phenomenal breeds. These are great starter breeds too, if you will. A lot of people love to start with this breed. I know. I got my mouse. I'm so happy.
My favorite is the barred rock.
Okay.
I have to say.
And
So-
the cuckoo Maran also could lay a very dark egg.
Okay, I see you wanted to make me happy.
So now we have Ingrid.
The speckled or the mottled chicken, like a speckled Sussex, Jubilee Orpington, mottled Java.
These are spotted chickens, yes.
These
Speckled,
are a
mottled, or
great
spotted.
breed to get your hands on.
And the spots are my favorite.
Yes, and
My
it-
favorite feather pattern.
is it true for the mottled? Each time they molt, they'll also change.
They get more spots.
Yes, I love that.
It's more white. Do they get?
Yep, and that's a Jubilee. I remember that photo. That was a Jubilee. I wish that was.
Look at your Coop in the
if
background.
anyone can get a hold of the breeder at Hickory Chicory, she had the best Orpingtons in the world. And that is one of them right there. If you saw the legs, I mean, the legs on her Orpingtons were the size of this paper towel roll. I mean, they were just beautiful.
Yep. So we do have a barred rock chick. I just happened to go to one store and we have a barred rock chick. with
Okay, hold
stripes.
on. We got this. This is
is the
good.
barred
Hold on.
rock.
Look what happened. So the one that was down and out is back in the fight. Came right over. It just had the
maybe-
rock a deuce. It had the. I mean, that is a huge poop over there. And I'm telling you, when I took it out of the box, that thing was heavy.
Yeah.
And my initials are MD. Okay, so I had a feeling something was a little off. But look, she is right back in the game over here eating. So no need to count her out. But she just had to. Yeah, gosh, I
hope
understand.
so.
Maybe she's an introvert. She needed some alone time.
No, she needed a
So
poop.
the barred rocks are one of those chickens that you can also pretty much sex when they're born because of the spot on the top of the head, is my understanding.
Yes. So I've been told. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah,
or
I
not.
don't
Well, I think you have a better chance of sexing a baby barred rock.
You know what? I've met the people that swear up and down they can identify the sex by not looking at its vents or pushing the sexual organ through the vent or whatever it's properly called. But the pin feathers, is that what they're called? On the wings? I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, I think that's a little risky.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's an old wives'
Yep.
tale.
All right, so we're going to move on
Moving on.
to number 3. Laced patterns.
You guys are cheating. This was not fair. I had to pick actual specific
You
breeds.
didn't have to. You chose to.
I like to challenge myself. But no,
And you-
this is a good point. You're helping people, but look it. If you had to choose one of those three, come on now. I like that you put the
Oh.
winner right in the middle.
No, I love all three of those. All three of those are
the
fantastic.
the lacing pattern is just the
Yeah.
Wyandottes are just they really love that.
The Wyandottes, it makes me think of someone with a fat Sharpie outlined
Mm-hmm.
every single feather. I mean, the art is so artistic. I mean, it's just amazing. And then the blue lace Wyandotte also has this feather pattern with a gray outline on every feather. But the dark Brahma, that picture doesn't do it justice.
No, it doesn't.
It has a penciling
Yes.
or penciled feathers where
Mm-hmm.
it's not only outlined on the outside, but it has interior, like, decorative penciling and stripes.
that's my little baby girl.
I just want a
So
quick
it's
shout
really
out. I just want a quick
fantastic.
shout out. Again, everyone that's here, thank you so much. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them down below. We have a Steph from South Africa. We sold our first Coop to Ireland. Ding, ding, ding. Good job. Hopefully we're going to be going there to put that together. Love all the overseas business that we've been getting.
Yep. So yeah, the lace patterns so
And
beautiful.
I did get one of those at the farm store. It just happened to have the golden laced Wyandotte right there at the farm store.
These are also somebody I asked for people's favorites on Instagram, and someone had mentioned that these were great for this Wisconsin winters because they have the small combs, or like the dark Brahma has like no comb on top, and that's better for colder temperatures.
And I think the feathered feet might help them too.
I believe they bred them to be booted to help
With
Cover.
frostbite.
Brahmas.
the Brahmas and the Cochins. Or some people call them the Cochins.
Really?
Is there a right or wrong?
I think you're wrong.
You think hold on.
Cochins? I've never heard that.
What's right or wrong? Cochin?
Is that like
No, I never said Cochins. I've had customers say Cochins.
Do you call it Target too?
No, it's
Dubois. Mr. Dubois.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
You guys cheat. I didn't know we're cheating so much now.
We did show prep.
These are some
Ingrid
great
really
photos.
Ingrid did a fantastic job here.
So this is the colorful egg layer, which we have the Americana, which is an American version of the Araucana, which apparently had health problems, and which is why the Americans developed the Americana. And then the Easter egger and the olive egger, and which are basically mixes that carry the gene for that color egg.
Yep. These will all give you the colored eggs, the blue, the olive, and everything in between. That one in the middle is...
What's that, Nan?
He heard me.
Go on. I'm sorry, folks. There's just so much going on, but we're doing it live. I just love to share with everyone what really goes on around here. But
the one in the middle is
notice the puffy cheeks.
Yeah.
And I love their dark legs too.
The olive colored legs, yes.
They can have like a steel gray colored leg or an olive colored leg.
And they can sometimes not have puffy cheeks depending on how they are mixed with. But we'll get to that later.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah. When I went to the farm store this morning, I tried to find a Americana with puffy cheeks and colored legs.
Right. But like the olive egger there, which was my old olive egger, she laid beautiful green eggs, but she was mixed with something that didn't give her that puffy cheek.
Yeah. They don't have to have the puffy cheeks.
Yeah, but we like the puffy cheeks.
Yeah. I think it makes them
I don't.
friendly.
They drive me nuts.
Oh,
I do not like the Americana. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. That's right, folks. Mm-hmm. The Cochin.
The Cochin.
That's one of Matt's favorite.
Yes.
The Cochin for broodiness. And I really like the standard size blue Cochin. It's one of my favorite. I think it's one of Matt's favorites as well. They are very. This one came from me. This one was such a good mother, and
it was so good that folks, if you notice, we got a. I remember that.
She's got a duck there.
She's got a baby duck there.
A cayuga.
Yes, from upstate New York, the cayuga duck. Baby ducks, baby turkeys. And I'll never forget recently, I don't know if this would ever really happen, but 2 baby kittens were under a mama hen.
Oh. And the picture on the right's from the memory care.
Wow, you remember the
nursing
name.
living.
Yeah, we do a lot
home.
of people don't realize that. We do a lot of commercial coops and therapy coops at nursing homes in this case. And wow.
And the reason we did that is I had this broody. And the nursing home wanted to have the experience of raising chicks, but without the health concern, without the staff handling the chicks. So we said, okay, well, I'll just give you a broody hen and some baby chicks, and then everybody.
And those
can
folks
watch
living
them.
in that home, they were so happy. And then you disappeared chasing some lady who had a fake cat.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be.
So
anyways.
I wanted to answer Francine's question. She
Yes.
said her Americana is 7 months old and has not laid yet, so she'd be concerned. And my experience with them is they always seem a little late with laying their first time.
Isn't it true, though, if you get a chick in the fall?
Yeah, it just could be timing. Yeah. I would guess that she's going to lay an egg within the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd put money on it.
My Easter egger that was in the slide previous, the one in the middle there, this one, she was probably 7-8 months before she laid her first egg. So, and I got her in the fall.
It's not typical, and I wouldn't say that breed is laid. I think it's more of an issue with the time of year that she was hatched or she was born.
And next is the Bantam.
The Bantams. Oh, look at you just.
I thought we were okay. I see the little shout out to the Silver Lace Cochin, but the Bantams. Look at me, I'm so little and cute.
Do you see the 3 different kinds here? We have Ingrid's Old English Game Bantam.
Right, with a Sarama that I recently lost, which I'm still upset about.
And then there's that was an Old English Game Bantam as well, but it was black with the white spots. Is one of my favorites.
Wait, there's a such thing as called house bantams?
Yes.
I sent Ingrid that picture. And
I said, what are they?
She said, what kind are they? And I said, those are house bantams.
That's not really a breed.
And as you can see, they are in her house. So.
Yeah. Oh, we know. We know.
Elise had that one trained so well with cheese. She had shredded cheese all the time and was training it. It was the best trained chicken ever.
So there's, and I explained this in an article that's going to be published soon. Is there's true bantams, and then there's bantams that are the like small counterparts of large standard sized breeds. Correct?
That's right.
So some of the true bantams are like Saramas, I think Peking
Yes.
Banties,
Yes.
Bantams.
I will be out. I promise. But I don't want to miss meeting the fire marshal.
Okay, well, I'll pacify the humans for the next 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. Here we go. We got a lot to get through. Now, you guys can move on. I apologize. Things are just getting crazy down here. Hold on. So, Robert Clifford says, "Oh man, chicken math is kicking in hard with me right now." See, that's what I love. We need to. Yeah, here we go. That's awesome. And then Leslie's asking, "Will you do a video of your construction of the Scottsdale coop?" Didn't we just do a coop in Scottsdale?
Yeah, we did.
Phoenix, or I'm sorry, Arizona, outside of Phoenix.
Yeah, that was a Carolina.
We're not there anymore, so I don't think we have.
And then someone asked, tuning in late, so thank you. Better late than never. Asking, what is the name of the waterer? What is the name of this? We love this waterer.
I don't know what that's called.
Yeah, you can just search chick nipple water. Yeah. I get this one at the Premier Poultry Supplies. The one I do like that one. I think it's on Amazon too.
Yeah. Okay, moving on.
So we have
All right, I'm
bantams.
sorry.
We've got 3 more.
So the dark egg layer.
Yeah. So a lot of the Morans are known for the dark egg layer. That's how I get the dark eggs. The Welsummer has dark eggs or usually freckled eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're just joining us, you didn't get to see that. I mean, look how dark that egg is. It's just absolutely beautiful.
And I just have to say that's my copper Marans, and she does not lay dark eggs.
Is it Marin or Moran?
Moran. Well, her bloom is so heavy on her egg that it looks purple.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yep.
Protected. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. She always has a heavy, heavy bloom, so it doesn't look dark, but we love her anyway.
The Morans are coming in all different colors now.
What is the difference between Welsummer and Old Styrian hen?
I'm not sure.
I've never heard of a Styrian hen. Grega is asking that question. I've never heard of a Styrian hen.
You know, they might have different breeds in Europe or another country.
That's true.
She could be listening from another continent.
So yeah, we like the dark egg.
Mike Trapp says there is a house Polish.
He has a house Polish. I
Yes,
love it. I
we know,
love it.
yeah.
It does
we need a
happen.
picture. Mike Trapp's the one that got the. He answered correctly, right?
Yeah.
We'd love to see the picture of the sweatshirt. If he would, I don't know. I thought it'd be pretty cool. Those are going to be available soon on the website. We just got to get around to it. And of course, these shirts. If you didn't happen to catch it earlier, we got some new merch shirts in. These are our 10-year anniversary, just 4 years late.
Yeah.
It says 08 on the back, which is the year we started, but just raglan shirts, something a little bit different. Absolutely love them.
So we have the classic layer. So this is just a classic chicken, classic good laying hen. The Rhode Island Red, which apparently there's a Rhode Island blue that I must have now. Thank you, Kristen. You're going to have to explain that to Sean because he said no more.
Well, we don't have, I can just leave it.
Oh, God, yeah.
I'm going to leave it in the coop like I did that other one. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
There must have been a
the next time you
miscommunication.
do that, we are going to put a GoPro camera secret inside the hen house so we get
I don't know.
Ingrid opening up that door. Damn it,
if-
Kristen.
If they were more concerned about there was another chicken left in the middle of the night in their chicken coop or that their dogs didn't bark at me.
Yeah, I was very concerned at the fact that you went through 3 gates and my dogs slept through that.
But they bark at everything else probably.
Everything and anything.
Yeah.
So
Good
and-
times.
So we have the Rhode Island Red, and there's a Rhode Island White, and then there's these Red Comet, Red Star. They're kind of interchangeable. Isa Brown. And
They are. My first chickens. I don't know if no one ever asked me what breeds my first chickens were that I
What
named
breeds
after
were your
each one of my
first
4
chickens?
grandmothers. Were the Red Comets. And I tell you, they were phenomenal egg layers. Just all around great chicken.
Yeah,
No,
they
3
are.
grandmas and 1 I named after my mother.
Yep. These are good to have, and I just feel like every flock needs.
And I got one of those too, a Rhode Island Red.
So, guys, if you are watching this, if you have any questions, today we're focusing on baby chicks, but if you have any other questions, I might have to cut out in about 10 minutes, but the show can go on if you guys want. I hate that I have to do it because I love doing this. I love doing this for you guys. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below.
And the next is one of my favorite, and I usually don't like the breeds, but the Orpingtons are just amazing.
Yeah, and I was able to pick up a buff Orpington at the store. So
Love the
this
buffs.
is just an example of how common these are, that you can just pick these up at your farm store.
Right. And they come in different colors. We saw the Jubilee earlier with the speckles, but there's a chocolate, there's lavender. There's also an English Orpington, which is much bigger, but same kind of disposition. I saw...
Okay, hold on. You mean that there's an English Orpington that's a separate breed?
Yep. Well, I mean, it's called an English Orpington.
Okay, because when you mentioned that they're bigger, when I was, 4 or 5 slides ago, I was mentioning that Jubilee
Right.
That came from Hickory Chicory. I remember the owner of that chicken saying they were a true English bloodline, which I hear a lot with chicken breeders. But I wasn't sure if maybe there's an English Orpington of buffs and Jubilee. I'm just telling
there
you,
is.
I've never
This
seen.
breed originated in England.
Right,
Right.
I've never seen Orpingtons. We gotta find Hickory Chicory.
That are so
Someone
big.
out there. She was out in North Carolina, probably Hickory, North Carolina. She stopped breeding. I just would love to find out what happened.
And these seem to, I mean, I know it's a generalization, but they do seem to have great personalities,
They
very
do.
easy to handle, great with kids. The buff I have is the one chicken I can pick up at any time, and so a kid can come and pet a chicken. Like, she'll never run away from me.
Yeah, people love Orpingtons. You can't go wrong with an
Yeah,
Orpington.
even my farm store has the chocolate Orpington next week.
Ooh.
So, surprise, surprise.
So here we got the silly fun chicken.
This is an emotional roller coaster for me.
Wait, these are all my pictures too.
Yeah, this
I
one's
have
all yours.
I had all those.
These are all Kristen's fun chickens. So explain to everybody what they are.
So a Polish, a silky, and a frizzle.
Do not, if you are thinking about, listen, major disclaimer, hit the buzzer. Listen, silkies are, you either love them or hate
and
them.
I've talked about many times the show silkies that had the brain bred right out of them. Those are them. They didn't survive very long.
Yeah, these are lacking instinct
They
chickens.
are such a pain of a chicken to have, and I know they're cute and fluffy, and the
I think
kids
the
love
hatchery
them.
ones. I've never had any problem with the hatchery ones being hard to keep alive. They just run with the pack.
Oh, they are such a pain in the butt. And we'll go into that later. But we have designed modifications to the coop. So we always have to remember, sales ladies, a question is that we must ask the chicken owner what kind of chicken breeds you're going to get. And if they say silkies, I almost prefer that they get all silkies because you got to make some changes to that coop.
Not always.
And the frizzle is just
A genetic defect, right?
Yeah, it's a incomplete dominant gene that
Love 'em.
makes the feathers curl up like
Love the
that.
frizzles. Love them. They think they're the
They're
best.
fun.
They are a lot of
They
fun.
really are fun. So when you're picking out your breeds, throw in a fun one if you've got room. They
And if
may
you-
not be great layers, but they're fun.
And if you cross a frizzle and a silky, you get a sizzle.
Oh,
Just say
Is that true?
yes.
that's what it's called.
Yes.
So, and this is for the last one, the Barnyard mix, which, is just like the mutt of the chicken world, where they're mixed to be, a lot of times the Easter eggers or the olive eggers are mixed. On the right, there's a Cochin I am Samani mix.
Yeah, don't discount these mixes. These mixes tend to be really hardy too.
Hardy, and they can be beautiful. I mean, all the different colors under the sun that you can have from your different barnyard mixes. So think about that. Just because they have a deeper gene pool, they tend to be more healthy. They great different personalities, and accidents happen in the barnyard, and sometimes you don't always know what you're gonna get.
And sometimes you can get these eggs to hatch for free or, almost no cost from somebody local who just has a rooster and a mix of hens, and just see what you can get.
And then, as we were saying, instead of picking each one, a lot of these fill these, like one chicken will fill like 3 categories that we tend to like.
if I may say, to sum it up, because unfortunately I got to walk away in 5 minutes, I would love for you guys to carry the show on, and I might be able to come back real quick. And I would love, again, if you are watching, any questions you have, please leave them down below. And there's a question I want to get to from the great Dunning-Kruger, if you are still watching. Hopefully you are. I said it the last time when I did my top 25. Have fun with it. Go out and pick all the different breeds. Get the catalog. You can get great reading material from Whelp and Murray McMurray and Ideal, and I'm sure there's some other ones I'm missing out there. I just want to focus on the ones that you got to stay away from. You know, I pick on the silkies a lot, but it doesn't mean you can't have them, but definitely pay attention to that if you're thinking about silkies. And then Polish can be pretty cool, but they can be a pain in the butt. The other one is, we had a bad experience with the Lakenvelder.
I have no idea what happened there. Those were the most flighty.
They were insane.
It was almost like they weren't domesticated.
Something was off. All right.
I'm not sure what
So
happened.
I just be careful there, but that was a great. I like what you guys have done, Ingrid. Bravo on the slide. Just great with the keynotes there. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you're listening to the podcast later on, I apologize, but you can always watch this going back to the Carolina Coops YouTube channel. I love what you guys did there. So real quick before I have to head out, just in case you guys kill the show before I come back, the great Dunning-Kruger says, I'm having a squirrel problem with my. I'm assuming he means feed. What do you do to stop them? They're going right into the coop and eating their feed.
I have the same problem.
So, well, how are they getting into your coop?
Because the door's open.
Okay, so
put cayenne pepper in the feed because they're mammals and they will not like the hot. And you can get a big jar of it on Amazon or a Hispanic store. They have those big ones for really cheap. If you go to your local grocery store, it'll be expensive because you're just getting those little spice jars. Go somewhere where you can get a big jar, maybe a wholesale club too.
I want to know how many people, when you hear cayenne pepper now, you think of the movie Hangover. Anyways, and as an exterminator, what happens is I am always a fan of, unfortunately, you have to eliminate the pest that has learned that there is a food source.
I think that would deter them.
Yeah, here you go, baby.
And some people say the cayenne pepper is good for egg production. I don't know if that's true, but it does. The birds don't taste the hot. So that would be a very easy, cheap solution.
That's a good idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
You knew it. You just forgot.
I did.
Yep, you just forgot. And I want to do a shout out to Julian and Christy. I did a virtual site survey with them yesterday. They're in Connecticut. And we had a great conversation about where to put their chicken coop on their yard. And I happened to say, what chicks did you get? And they got a Rhode Island Red, Americana, Silver-Laced Wyandotte, Golden-Laced Wyandotte, Cuckoo Marron, and Olive Egger.
Wow,
so
perfect.
that's like a perfect starter flock.
Yeah,
so,
that's perfect.
Yeah, they just picked a bunch of breeds, and they're going to have the egg basket, the variety in the egg basket, the variety in egg and feathers, and they're going to have a great starter flock, and they're going to have a coop in May.
All right, so listen, and also before I forget, I loved when you mentioned it to me yesterday, and I don't think we've ever really done it before, at least officially, but if you are thinking about doing site surveys are so valuable, and it's very expensive to have us come out. And yes, we're fortunate that we have a lot of customers that'll pay for it, especially in the world of custom coops. We always try to do them for free, especially if we're already in the neck of the woods. But doing it virtually, what a great idea. And that also reminds me something else we're going to do very soon. If you are interested in the new homestead chicken coop that we revealed a couple weeks ago, Ingrid is working hard at getting that up on our website. But what we thought about doing, I don't know if it's been made official or where you're at with it, is we want to be able to schedule Zooms or a Zoom class or whatever with a handful of customers that are interested in the Craftsman coop, because the homestead coop
walk around maybe virtually.
Well, no, we can bring them in and show them what we do with pretty much almost any customer that wants to see a custom coop, where they can see we share our screen and we show them the coop, especially the 3D program, and they absolutely love it. And I thought, what a great idea. We've never done that, where we've had like maybe 4 or 5, 6 customers all interested in the same chicken coop in one virtual meeting. And I think that'd be a lot of fun because you get to hear other people's questions that maybe you didn't think about. And I tell you, it is one of the most effective ways. I do it for even custom coops that are on our website. We got an hour-long video. People love to see that one-on-one presentation. So something to think about if you are interested. It is 1 o'clock. I am going to honor my promise to go out there. I would love if you guys continue the show, or you want to...
Yeah, we're going to answer some questions, and then we'll wrap up.
Okay. Would you like to sit in? Would that be okay? I know she's dying. Here you go, Jetta. Here's my daughter. soon future CEO of Carolina Coops.
Oh, and Julian and Christy are watching. That's awesome. Can't wait to get you your coop. Such a nice conversation.
So people were asking, let's see, we have another question. Well, Francine asked a question that she emailed. And she asked if there's any places where we can buy fertilized eggs if she does have someone go broody.
Yes, the hatcheries are selling fertilized eggs as well as your local chicken enthusiast. It's hard to get. Facebook can be a great resource. They have a lot of different chicken, like whatever your region is. Mine is North Carolina chicken groups, or more localized like Raleigh, Durham local chicken groups.
Oh God, Matt didn't take his phone.
Yeah, Matt, you're needed. Probably someone saying, "Where are you?" Okay, yeah. So your little Facebook has a lot of groups, and Meetup has some groups for chickens. That might be a good way to get in contact with somebody. Sometimes if you just ask around.
Also, the hatchery, would they have to send a certain number of eggs? I would assume, if a hatchery was sending fertilized eggs.
I don't know what their minimums are.
Yeah, I would imagine there would be a minimum for that.
Yeah.
So again, because I just gave my hen 3 chicks. I gave them baby chicks because I wanted to not have roosters.
That would be the downside to fertilized eggs is you're going to get half males. So if you're going to do that and you want a certain number of chickens, make sure that you get twice as many eggs as you want chicks.
Why is that?
Because half are going to be male.
Oh.
Well, actually, even more than that, because an excellent hatch rate is 80%. So not all of them are going to hatch. It's going to be 50 to 80% hatching. And then out of the ones that hatch, half of those are going to be male.
So Kathy asked, when you buy chicks at the farm supply, are the chicks vaccinated usually?
They are usually.
Anything that comes from a hatchery, except for, we should mention that, like, bantams don't get vaccinated.
Yeah. I think it costs, 10 cents to vaccinate or something. So it's not like the farm store is going to save a lot of money by not vaccinating. So they usually do.
Okay. Let's see. So Mackenzie, thank you, Kenzie. She said that Welsh Summers are from Holland and Styrians are German. So there is a difference between those
They
two.
are at some point probably related.
Yeah. And a lot of them are, different countries' versions of the same derivative.
What I find fascinating is chickens have been around for centuries, and they originated in Southeast Asia. But every continent, every area of the world has their own version of a chicken. Like the Americanas are South American. There's so many English ones and German ones. There's American breeds like the Rhode Island Red. It's just really fascinating. And then the Polish and the Mediterranean ones like the Leghorns. It is really fascinating how they've bred different characteristics all across the world. And now all of these are available to you with the only limitation of space. Chicken math. And sometimes HOAs.
Would you try to introduce toys into a brooder with chicks to avoid any bad behavior such as bullying? I don't think baby chicks would play with toys, would they?
Toys. No, if there shouldn't be any bullying with chicks because they're all equals.
Right.
There really shouldn't be any bullying.
So,
the most important thing there is space.
So what do people need when they get baby chicks? Well, like if they went like you did, just stopped on the way, driving along, went to pick up feed, heard some chirping, went to that part of the store, followed the chirping, and got a box of chickens, little baby chicks. What do they do now?
Yeah, the farm store typically has everything that you need. You need some bedding. Like, for instance, they gave me this just to start. These are pine shavings. I wouldn't use hemp for chicks because it does need to be changed out more often. And it tends to get wet, so you want to change it out. Let's see. So you want some bedding. You want a light. or a heat source. That could be the warming plate that we discussed. Those aren't usually at the farm store because they tend to be more expensive. So borrow one or buy it from mail order. I noticed at this farm store, they only had the 250 watt light bulbs. And I said, don't you have anything smaller to keep them indoors? And they said no. So a 250 watt light bulb is going to be too hot, and it can kill them if you have 250 watts on them in a closed container like a Rubbermaid tub that is common to start your chicks as a brooder. And we can talk a lot about brooders in another show, but the farm store didn't have the incandescent bulbs. I usually start with a 100 watt or 75 watt or 60 watt light bulb. You can also have one wattage and just lift it up. But if you have a 250 watt light bulb and you're lifting it up, this far, it's just wasting all of that energy. So they still sell incandescent, old-fashioned light bulbs. And I would just use one of those if you don't have a heating plate. They also sell chick feed.
And why is it important for people to know that to get chick feed versus layer feed?
It's entirely different composition. Mostly it's the protein.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a finer crumble for them to eat. It's a little easier for them to eat. And it has the right mixture of vitamins, minerals, and protein for how fast they grow.
And the layer feed usually has calcium in it, which young chicks should not have.
Yes, it can cause issues with their legs.
Yeah. So Roadstar Slim asks, what material do you recommend for the egg hutch? And do you change material if you have a broody hen in there? I don't.
If you have chicks with a broody hen in the egg hutch,
I would still just use that's what I had. I would just use any kind of like stringy straw, coastal hay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, by the way.
Because you're going to have a feeder in there, and they'll eat out of the feeder. It doesn't really matter.
What'd I miss?
But you will have to change it out.
All right, we have to stop talking about Matt. He's back.
Yeah, I'll be watching it later. That went well. I think we're in good shape.
Okay. Whew. We can start building coops.
Really like the fire marshal and the inspector. They're being good.
Okay.
A little nerve-wracking right now.
Yeah, we were just answering questions.
Well, I love to answer questions or hear what the questions are.
Okay, so they were just asking about then what to put in the nest box.
So now you're going to expand on this, right? We're going
to talk about brooder, and I liked your option a lot. So we're going to just do a little plug. He's got.
Oh, speaking of plug, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Is the picture of the day up, Ingrid? Do we have access to that? Did you bring that in like I asked?
Is that the picture that you okay? All right, give me a second.
Well, I tell you, one of the things I love about Facebook, not many things, but one thing is I love when it brings back memories.
Oh, yeah.
And I tell you, a memory came up today that I'll never forget, and Ingrid's going to try to bring it up,
Hang on.
I hope.
Just
I saw that one. It was great.
I tell you, it's a coop that I'll never forget, and I just want to share it with you folks. But while Ingrid's bringing that up, I'm sure there's some other things that we could talk about so we don't bore people.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I know you airdropped it to me. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, maybe next time then she could be more prepared.
Well, look how well she was prepared.
Nah.
Look at those slides. Those were awesome. We're going to put
slides
those
are
on
great.
the website.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, and Ingrid has an article too about a starter flock in case you missed this or.
So we're going to show people how to build the world's best brooder. I was trying to think of a fancy name.
Starter flock.
We should
brooder.
start the daddy of all brooders. I don't know. And I tell you, our customer in Michigan, she copied it and she just absolutely loved it. And she took a couple things to the next level. Her property manager did. And I had some great ideas. And we did a live video out there. We should see if we can bring up that footage. There's some great little tips when it comes to the brooder. Especially that the thing that people need to realize is these little buggers grow fast. Did we change the camera? It looks like we got a lot more footage here. Look at these little. Yeah, who's cleaning up all the chick poop in here?
Not me.
Not me.
Not it.
Non.
Yeah, right.
She probably put her nose on
I'll
the floor.
eat it before I have to ask her to clean. Okay, any other questions? Sexed all mine by feathers, correct every time. Kathy Forte.
Interesting.
Very interesting. I recognize that picture too.
Oh, someone said I need that basket. Here's a little tip. I get these at the Dollar Tree for $1.
Should we sell them?
And sometimes they don't have them, so I ordered them a whole like set of them. I think I had to order 40 from their website, the Dollar Tree, but they were only $1 a piece.
Oh wait, that's me.
That's you. I know. Ingrid's trying to bring it in.
Is it on the for
No,
everybody to see yet?
But I don't want to touch it because just all we got to do is bring it into the
Okay.
inlay and just overlay, I should
But
say.
these and Dollar Tree does have these, and they have 2 gold ones. One's rectangle, and this one's round. And I just find that they make the best egg baskets to give as a gift if you have some eggs for somebody, and they hold about 12 and a half. Perfectly.
Stop.
Oh.
Thank you.
I mean, yes, 12 and a half.
Poor Ingrid. That reminds me, I got yelled at. I've been getting bashed on YouTube. When are we going to do YouTube Chicken Police?
Oh, well, hopefully next week. It was right there on the top there. Actually, if you go back to recents. There you go. It's right there.
Boom. Check that out. This is a coop from 8 years ago.
Is that so people can see that?
I believe people can see it. Yeah. I just brought it right up on the screen.
Okay.
And it's just right there. See, just boom, 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 boom.
Look at baby Jetta.
Yes, my little pumpkin. So, I mean, I tell you, and I usually love to say this is something we should have waited till Mother's Day. Mother's Day is coming up, right?
You sent me this picture on my phone.
This
Yeah,
morning,
I
yes.
love that one of Non. I mean, look at that.
Moms
what a natural
are
mother.
Badasses.
Yes,
I tell you,
that's exactly
when
what I was
Non
thinking. Badass
had,
mom right there.
oh my gosh. And then, here we go. Had to go all the way out to Texas. I can tell you the emotions this brings back because starting this business was just out of survival. It was hell. And I remember, like, if we didn't sell this coop and get paid, we were going under. I mean, it was just coop to coop, week to week. And here we had my little princess here. Mikey's running around here somewhere in the sand. But Non wore Jetta, and she's not a little baby.
Yeah.
Wore Jetta in that sling helped me put this huge coop together that survived a hurricane too. Ingrid remembered that.
Yeah, I posted it on Instagram and Facebook if people want to see the pictures of the coop completed and when the tree fell right near it.
Yeah, I tell you, I love to acknowledge obviously everyone as much as possible with all the positivity, and Non doesn't get as much as I wish she should because there's just so much she does. But when
she is a fantastic here at work. But she's also a fantastic cook, fantastic mother, fantastic friend. I mean, just all around, just amazing woman. And that picture really embodies that.
Yes, thank you. I mean, it's just, I couldn't believe it. And she did it like nothing. And then, of course, Jetta, you were just like, hey.
There's a hurricane there?
No,
There
well,
was after
anyway,
that,
so I just wanted to show that off. It came up today as a memory. I thought, that'd be a lot of fun to share. So I appreciate that, folks. Hope you didn't mind that.
Non is also really funny.
She
I love
is. So
her sense of humor.
we are going to be aggressively capturing more of the planting of the seed on social media, which is going to involve Non behind the scenes, which she absolutely hates, but it is kind of funny at those times. So,
So they want a video on site prep.
I get that question so much, and all the drawings and sketches and site prep. I think that, and there's different ways to do it. There's not one way to do it.
tell me about it. How many times
We do need
you're
to
like,
do
you
that.
got to get me this for this? I'm like, well,
And I think we might have to go on site for this.
I would love to do a all around site prep video, just kind of the basics, because there are so many different circumstances. And what I don't think people realize, even when it comes to chicken coops, the level we take it to just, happen to have permits, if you will, and architectural drawings and getting into just great detail, which we love. And it's funny how, just the other day we had another A-lister coop caller, and it's hard to explain to them when they're like, well, can you do this? We can do that. We're like, yes. Not only can we do it, we've done it, and we'll show you videos. So I just always want to make sure people realize the nice thing about Carolina coops is there's nothing we can't do.
Yeah, you're investing in a chicken coop that's going to last a lifetime, so you want to make sure that the foundation is correct. So I understand why people are asking, and that's something we'll definitely work on, getting all those answers. All that good advice.
So, Matt, you'd like this comment. This was emailed to me.
Uh-oh.
Frank Pizzuto said, I really enjoy your show. He's from Riverside, California. I just started building my coop, and I've gotten a lot of great pointers from your YouTube videos. It would have been a lot cheaper if you had come out to build it.
We
you.
hear that a lot.
But I'm retired and having a great time building it.
Yes, that's important.
Taking my time with this 12-inch deep litter. My coop is 4x4. He gives the whole thing
Oh, that's not food.
4x4, 2 feet off the ground with a 16-foot enclosed run. I also purchased 2 bales of industrial hemp through your recommendation. I plan on having 4 hens. Can't thank you enough. Thank you for having Chicken Talk show, or should I say Chicken Squawk? Your feathered friend, Frank.
Well, I appreciate that, Frank.
Yes,
I mean,
thank you.
that's why we do this. I just absolutely, I want to make sure, again, I always say, and let me be clear, if you're not going to buy one of my coops, which I think you should, because we will save you money, but I don't want to take the fun away from actually the designing part, which can be the most stressful. I tell people, just learn from us by watching our videos. I'm not telling you to call up. There are people that call up wanting our recipe, if you will. I wish we can get some cameras on these. Look at this little nugget about to go to sleep. But I love when people get out there, use our noggins, listen to the things that we're trying to emphasize on the pros and cons, the domino effect. Learn chickens. That's where it all starts. Once you learn chickens, and the reason why we do the show is to tell you, here's what you need to know. So many people out there, they're either going to make it overcomplicated, which I hate because it's not overcomplicating to have baby chicks and chickens. You just got to build the right coop. That reminds me too, something I thought about doing. Again, I'm just,
You
what?
hear that?
One's not happy.
Yeah, one's not happy. It's this one.
How can you tell it's not happy?
It was the high pitched
See, it just went away.
chirp. It should be the very happy little chirp 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 chirp.
And I don't know if
that
it'd be
one
high
was-
pitch. I know we're going to get some audio people saying, well, that's not high pitch. That was just louder. But now I hear a higher pitch. It's almost like a dog can barely hear it. But you're right. Yeah. And they'll tell you. And look at this one bounced right back. It just had to rock a deuce and we're good to go.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah, this desk table is a mess. I don't know whose idea this was. All right, so getting back to, we're going to go another 12 minutes tops. I got to get back out there.
Yeah.
We use Anthony Dibna. I hope everything's going well out there. I know he's out in Nevada, got his coop late. Definitely apologize about that. It's been cold. I hope everything's going well. Says we use a reptile light bulbs when we raise the chicks. So that's a good point. We didn't mention that.
We did while you were gone.
Okay, so it is important to make sure you keep them warm, which I'm sure they talked about. Or ceramic bulbs, which are just a ceramic heater. If you get into a pinch and you go to a reptile store, and I love that comment because I have a panther chameleon myself. I love
How are the reptile bulbs different?
just Mark, Jetta. Okay, enough feed, making a mess. Oh my God, that just went everywhere.
Jetta, can you get that box? The bigger box over there?
Oh yeah, I forgot you were gonna do something kind of fun.
So how is the...
Okay, just the marketing. Hold on.
Is it incandescent or halogen or?
There are heat lamps or basking lamps, they call them in the world of reptile, but you have to be careful. There are also UVB bulbs that are designed for reptiles so that they can absorb calcium, keep the calcium. You got to mimic the sun. We don't have to do that with baby chicks. So you do want to be careful there because that can actually be very damaging, even to humans, because it gives off a different wavelength that can cause cancer, technically. Not to scare you. But a regular basking light, a regular incandescent basking light will definitely work. But you just use...
Light bulb.
It makes me mad because you get away with it down here because it's so warm even in the wintertime.
Oh yeah, we don't need a heat lamp.
Yeah,
not 250
right.
watts. No.
So Francine was asking, and Chris and I touched upon this in the article that's coming out. Had I known, I would have gotten an 18-foot run. Is it possible to add 6 more feet of run to my current American 12-foot run coop?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a run extension.
Yep. Run extensions. People do them all the time. And they always call up laughing, Matt, you were right.
You need more room.
You need more room. You can never have enough room. And I also just want to remind people, if you haven't already seen the video that Epic Gardening posted, I did that 25 or 27 questions in the hot seat. Feel I did pretty good because you guys are always telling me that I don't answer the question completely and or I take too long. But I did pretty good with
You did.
in the hot seat.
Maybe it was the editing, but you did really well.
Oh, this one's drinking out of the water. They find it.
They really do. It's just this simple. And I tell you, the children especially, they take this with them for the rest of their life. And it's just such a fun, easy hobby. If you're on the fence. And that's what we want to make sure.
We want to push people over.
We want to push people over because it's all about the right coop.
Join the club.
Yeah. Yeah, and 18 feet, a 6x18 seems to be like the ideal sweet spot.
See?
Not happy. Where are you?
Just because it's really
Where are you?
loud. Oh,
No, it's like, where are you? Say, oh, hi, buddy. The other thing, too, did you mention how they'll know each other for their entire life?
Well, I did on that site survey yesterday, and I even got a little teary-eyed. Like the starter flock that you start with, they are sisters for life, and they will never forget each other.
Yep.
They have a bond that is is unparalleled.
Right. And when you see it when they go out free ranging.
Right. They stick together.
They stick
Oh,
together.
yeah. I have 3 of my original 6 starter flock, and they take good care of each other. I have one that's getting a little old and limping, and nobody picks on her. She's the grande dame, and the other 2 are always with her. Like they help her because she can't scratch as much, so she'll go in front of the one that's scratching, and she'll just peck where the other one has scratched. Like they really stick together. It's amazing to see.
Yeah. And whereas the mother hen will fight to her death for those baby chicks up until 5 to 7 weeks. And one day it's just like it's off, and she will never acknowledge her offspring again.
Sorry.
It's just crazy.
Gotta post some pictures for social media later behind the scenes. I wish we could do this on Instagram as well. It really bothers me, but okay. Are we good? Did we wrap it up? What's for next week's show? And we'll be into March. It's gonna start getting warm.
Do Brooder next
We
week?
can do making the brooder.
Yeah. Let's
Should
do
we-
Brooder,
can we go back
Brooder
out?
options next week.
Oh my gosh. Can we go back out into the shop and make a brooder? Would you guys like that?
Yes. I think that was nice last week, the change in scenery.
To
was
do a
very
change in
nice.
scenery.
Yes.
And I'll show
The
you
DIY.
how fast. Maybe we'll do some pre-recorded. Look at Ingrid. She's like, okay, I can bring your camera up. Ingrid's like, oh God,
No.
Matt, no.
Just because every time we move
What?
something,
This is everyone watching. Is that a good idea?
I'm
We're
sure
gonna
it's a
go
good
out-
idea because they don't have to do anything.
Ingrid. All right. Let's go out into the shop that we're not working in. And show you how quick and easy you can build, I feel, the best brooder.
Okay.
I'll build the brooder.
I'll build one too.
A brooder off.
You're toast. Listen, no. We don't need to do
No,
that.
I know, because that would be your show. See, you're the carpenter.
No. Hold on. You bring the baby
You're the
chicks.
master.
You bring the waterer. You bring the feed. You bring the intelligence. Hold on.
Okay.
You bring the intelligence of setting up the brooder, but I'm gonna build the stage for you. How's that sound?
Okay.
I'll show you. Maybe
Well,
we can do
I'm gonna still do my own. Like if if you're not a master carpenter, or if you don't have, like I'm gonna have the ghetto version.
No. There's no. We can help our viewers,
Build
the
the best.
makeshift
Build the
version.
best brooder.
and it's so easy. It does. I'm sorry,
I was shocked when you
other
did
than
that.
if you thank you. Other than if you want to go buy a plastic tote. Here's the thing: they get big fast.
They do.
And our brooder is a one size fits all because by the time they max it, unless you're throwing 100 in, like I did one time, and I can actually show you a brooder extension. Okay, we will do a pre-recorded video of going to the lumber yard, what to look for and why, and then we'll go live with the materials here, and it's one cut.
How quickly do you think you would set that up?
Set what up?
The brooder.
I don't know. I've never done it before on camera under pressure. But it's one cut. We're going to build a brooder with one cut. No, I just lied. I lied. Two cuts. Mm-hmm. And you'll be shocked. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if people would want us to sell them. Because not everyone's going to have a skill saw or a circular saw. I get it from my YouTube chicken police. So it's not a skill saw. That's a brand name. I get it. Circular saw, skill saw. You could use a jigsaw.
Wouldn't Home Depot do that cut for you though?
They would. That's
Yeah,
a good
or
point.
Lowe's.
Absolutely. They have a panel saw. They can
Yeah.
set it, turn it, and then pull it through. It doesn't have, I mean, you're not building a piece of furniture, but, you know, me, I cheat. We can go right out to the table saw or throw it on the CNC. But let's use a skill saw, show how easy it can be, and use a screw gun.
And
Right?
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. And you will have the best brooder, in my opinion.
Okay.
All right, we'll
Tune
do that
in
next
week for
Oh,
that.
well, okay. hopefully we can. Okay. That was just,
We're
I
gonna,
was just
we are. We're gonna make
spitballing.
it happen.
All right. I hope you guys will like that idea. And of course, if you have any ideas or suggestions for the show. Also, too, I want to mention, we have a lot of fun when we have guests in. And do we have any guests coming up there scheduled for the future that we know off the top of our head? I know we have a list of people.
No, I'm working on getting Dr. Crespo back or someone from her team. I'm just waiting to see when they're scheduled.
Yes, that was awesome having them on.
Yeah.
Also, just in case I don't want to forget, in about 2 weeks, March 15th, big day. Do we remember? I can't
Ides of March?
say it yet, but let's just say there's going to be a great show March 15th.
Oh, is that one it is? Okay.
You have to
we're
go
on TV
there
again.
and discover the show. It'll be a plus show. Discover.
Discovery Plus.
Yeah. Oh, I can't say that. Yeah, I don't know. More to come on that. We just got word that it's finally going to come out. They did a show on us doing a coop out in Arkansas. But I can't say anything more, but it'll be awesome. I promise. We had a lot of fun out there. All right. So until next week. Oh, what are you doing? Bojangles is sponsoring this show now?
No, I'm just putting them in the
We actually built a coop for someone that owned part of Bojangles.
Yeah.
Somebody
That's great.
on Instagram asked, "How do you clean eggs but keep the bloom?" And I would say you don't.
Yeah, no. You shouldn't have to clean them. Like all of these eggs are just straight from the.
Thank you.
Straight from
That's
the-
what you're
the
gonna
nesting
see out
box.
there. Like, oh, you got to have a rollout nest box. No, if you think you have to have a rollout nest box, something's wrong. You should not have to have a rollout nest box. If you have the right setup, you should not have to ever clean your eggs. You never want to clean your eggs. Here in America, we clean them and scrub them because where they come from for factory farming is so filthy. And then they wash them. And the chemicals.
Bad habits. Some hen has, you might have a hen step on an egg, but that's going to happen too.
You don't have to clean them. But that is a great question. I don't think I've ever gotten that question. How
Yeah.
do you keep the bloom? You don't. Once you wash it, that bloom is gone.
Right. You can wipe or pick off like if there's something on it.
Yeah, if you get a little piece of feces on there, who doesn't get a little piece of feces on them once in a while?
Yeah. That's
Like this table. This poor
I'll
table.
clean it. That's nothing.
So hold on. What were you doing? You're going to put the baby chicks in the Bojangles box?
Yeah,
Just
it's
give
their-
them a little more space.
It's a little bigger home for
Yeah,
them.
because I got to work, right?
Yes.
I can't go home.
Yeah, well, no, we got a lot of work. I could get back out there
Yeah.
with the building inspector. All right,
Okay.
guys. So, Ingrid, you get ready.
Oh, I'm
Let's
getting
send
ready.
it out. Join us next week. We'll be into March. We're going to, I guess, go out back into the shop and show you how to build a brooder. But until then, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for being here with us.